I listen every morning.
I like to wake up early.
It wakes me up.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
They play good music.
I like the humor.
On 93.3 KZOC.
I feel 20 pounds lighter today.
Yeah. No, it's a good diet, man.
I gotta tell you, the procedure itself is the easiest part. You know, you show up.
It is.
Outside of
fall
them,
asleep.
you get a poke with the IV, and then you're out, and then you wake up, and then that's where I just don't do well with the propofol.
I remember they said count to 10, and I got to like 3 is the last I remembered. I don't know how many I counted past that.
Oh, you've had yours too? Good for you.
A year ago, yeah.
Oh, good for you. See, that's right. We had them about the same time, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think
they were just weeks apart.
Yeah. Not on purpose. We don't do everything together. It may sound that way, but that's really funny.
Well, we're like the same age, so I mean, it would go without saying that. Okay,
and
everybody should go in and get colonoscopies when they start getting 45.
I definitely won, didn't I? I had more than you.
Oh yeah, in fact, you got more colonoscopies as a result.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
But, you win the prize. That's a prize you can keep. It is. Somebody wrote down on the text line the other day when we were talking about this, and they said that you're going to be gassy. Did you experience any of that after the fact?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I mean, I'm always gassy, so it's the way I function. As a matter of fact, I thought I was less gassy.
To me, the astonishing part of it was how long it took me to fill back up to the point where.
Oh, you were back on your regular schedule.
Yeah, it was
back
like 3 or 4 days.
Scheduled bathroom visit.
It's like, geez, what's going on? Is this normal?
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like after the last time I had it done, I just didn't go to the bathroom the same anymore. It's like they changed something in there, and I
for a little while, and then it goes back to.
I talked to my doctor, and she's like, "Well, you're getting older. You need to introduce more fiber into your diet." So I went and I got this stuff at Costco called psyllium husk. It's good stuff, and it tastes like Tang. It's a granulated powder. You put it in some water.
Isn't that the hair from corn on the cob? Isn't that what it is?
Husk? I don't know. It's called psyllium husk. I don't know. It's a fiber. It's just something high in fiber, and so you drink it, and it makes everything so much better. I got to tell you, it's amazing. It's when I'm on that stuff, and I don't know why I don't do it all the time. I mean, I'm trying to get back into that routine, and they say it's good for everybody. Just it helps kind of grab everything on the way out and get rid of it, but it also...
You want to know my conspiracy theory
gives
on
you
this?
very solid
okay, so I have a conspiracy theory on this.
Okay.
Everything is connected in commerce, and I believe Charmin pushes that narrative.
No, I would disagree, because when I do this,
the toilet
when I'm
paper
drinking,
manufacturers of the world,
when I'm not drinking the fiber, I'm going through lots of toilet paper. I mean, I feel like, for God's sakes, I mean, how could there be more? How could there be more?
So
I'm on the fiber, it's one and done.
So
every time.
you're saying actually it has the reverse effects of what my conspiracy theory is, and that is to get you to buy more. The toilet paper lobbyists are pushing the psyllium husk.
I mean, for me, I would say that they would be against it, because when I'm not on the psyllium husk, it's like I said, how could there be more? I mean, how many times do I have to go back and revisit before this job is done? Let's be efficient.
You're saying that it is actually a inflation cost cutting technique to take psyllium husk, because you go through toilet paper.
If we all took fiber and had more fiber in our diet, we would use less toilet paper. That's for sure. And
all right, here we go. It's the we're all in this together for 2024.
And then when the shortage hits, you'll be fine, because you won't be going through so much toilet paper. Now what they're gonna the shortage will be on psyllium husk.
We're only what is it? Let's see. Today is the 8th, so we are 11 days away, or no, 9 days away from the last lockdown. in an election year. So I'm sure there'll be a pandemic that pops up in the next 10 days or so that'll make sure to drive that home.
We're going to be talking to an old friend today on the program, the 25th Annual Anatomy Awards with Mr. Skin. This will be in the podcast, too. I'm going to give you a heads up right now. It's going to play before 8 o'clock, and it's going to be PG-13. We're going to keep it to PG-13. But if you have kids that like to ask a lot of questions, maybe you drop them off or you have mom take them to school today.
I don't think it'll be that bad.
25 years of celebrating nudity in film. That's what he does. And it's only ladies. Sorry, ladies. It's no guys. There's no guys because nobody wants to see that.
You had a buddy that used the dating site called Plenty of Fish. He's like your fishing buddy, right?
He's just a friend of mine. Yeah. He actually doesn't fish at all. He's never fishes. As a matter of fact, he goes with us. All my other buddies that fish.
Oh, he just drinks beer?
And he just drinks beer. And
okay, this is perfect for him. There's this promotion that Busch Light is doing with Plenty of Fish, and it is right up your guys' alley. Like all you and your buddies, you're going to love this. I don't know if you'll be able to talk about it because you won't understand what each other is saying because you talk in a different language altogether.
Us fishermen can understand that talk.
Right, yeah. Exactly. It's your own language. There's chick Plenty of Fish.
That means see that odd girl over there in the bikini, grab me a beer while you're by the cooler.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I was reading about this yesterday, and I was like, dude, this is Jeremy's crowd, man. We'll get to it coming up.
This is Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Plenty of Fish is a dating site. I have an older friend who's in his late 50s. He's been trying.
Light is
He's been trying to find
beer.
his next ex-wife on there.
Does your buddy like Busch Light?
No, he drinks Coors Light. He drinks good beer.
Okay. So the other day, Busch Light and Plenty of Fish announced that they're coming together to create a new fish pick badge, which means that fish-loving daters can proudly show off their profiles on Plenty of Fish. So this is like, there's that farmersonly.com.
Yeah.
This is anglersonly.com at this point.
Well, what if you end up dating somebody, for example, and then she's a way better fisherman than you are, and now she's making you feel stupid, and that's going to build a complex. I mean, it's already bad enough when you're sitting there fishing with your friend, and he's 5 feet from you, and he catches a freaking 7.5-pound largemouth, and you're over there with a little crappie on your line.
And his girlfriend catches one that's bigger than both of yours. Well, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah. Now I want to bring my girlfriend because I met her on anglers.com or plentyoffish.com, and I'm like, oh, great. So now I got to get
because of their name. Because of their name, they've kind of experienced this already, and they're leaning into it. The research that they've done at Plenty of Fish shows that 25% of respondents say they are likely to message someone if their profile features a fish pic. So they're more likely to message somebody if somebody's holding a fish. And how it started was people started holding fishes because it was called Plenty of Fish, so they would hold the fish. And now it has become a dating website for fishermen and women.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know that the reason it was originally done was because, plenty of fish in the sea, right? That was what they came after.
Yes. It was a play on words.
Fishermen and fisherwomen aren't very bright, so they're like, oh, this must be about people who like to fish.
Research analyst for Plenty of Fish, her name's Shannon Smith, she says, our research reveals that the majority of singles, 67% of which, enjoy fishing, and 70% of them would like to go fishing on a date. If you were single, would you want to take a girl on a date, the first date, fishing? You want to go fishing?
Yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, you're out on the lake. You're maybe you're on your boat, maybe you're on a dock, whatever. I don't know. Let's say you're on a boat, though. Let's say you have a boat, and you take her out on the boat, and and then you can kind of see, because there's nothing worse than when you're out fishing and somebody says, "Well, how long are we going to be out here? When do you think we'll get back?"
So this is a good test.
I'm really
for
cold.
The fishing.
I'm really cold. My feet are cold. That was our buddy Steve. Oh, my feet are cold. And then he was like, "Oh my God, the water is freezing on my line. I'm at Lake Lopez. Okay, the water is not. It has to be like 0 degrees outside or below zero for the water to freeze. So you only on your line, or at least below freezing."
One date with Steve.
I only went on one date with Steve. And I said, I could take you back to the truck and you could go sit there and warm up your toes. And he's like, "Yeah, like you never let me live that down." I'm like, "Shut up and just sit there and don't talk to me, okay? Just fish." Because that's what you do. So, but I don't know.
Isn't it weird how this started out as there's plenty of options out there. This is our dating site. It's called Plenty of Fish. And then it turned into a site for not only fishermen, but people that love the outdoors to find companionship on. It's just so strange how just a name can influence people in that direction. It reminds me of the whole Corona beer gives you coronavirus thing. But it's for simple folk, so I get it, I mean, you fishermen are the simplest of folk.
Well, right? I wouldn't say that. I think we can be very complex. What do you think of this?
Oh, yeah, I know you're very complex.
What do you think of this?
See, that fish pic, man, that gets me hot. Jeremy just shared a fish pic with me right now. I'm thinking.
Look at the way look at those Guy Fieri sunglasses I have on there, On it, there we go. See what else we got. Oh, that's my mom. That's not going to work. Oh, that's my wife. That's really not going to work. Oh, come on. Don't I have any other fish? Oh, there we go. There's a good one.
You're like a D cup too, right?
What'd you say? I'm a D cup? I don't get it.
Moobs.
You're saying I have moobs? Where? I don't have any moobs.
Well, that one that we were holding up with the sturgeon, you're kind of pushing them together a little bit the way you're bending down. You'll see, and you have the top button unbuttoned to
There's
show.
There's no moves. You can't even see them. The fish is in the way.
You're letting those things breathe right there.
Well, I definitely have moves. I've talked about my gynecomastia. It's
way to make it medical and make me feel bad.
Okay, I guess that's going to be it for now. This was a bad idea, sharing my fish pics with you.
Hey, I'm not trying to date you.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.
How pathetic can some people be?
I travel around a lot. There's one thing about traveling that drives me crazy. I always have to rent cars. I wish they rented 55 Plymouths, because all the new cars have seatbelt buzzers. And you're getting a buzz, and you get out and it goes buzz, and everything you do is buzz. If you want to drive 2 inches, it goes buzz, What they're going to do is they're going to develop it to the point. Like, let's say you leave your keys in the car, and you get about 10 feet away, and the car goes, "Hey! Come over here a second!" What? Your keys, you moron! They're going to have those things everywhere someday, Not enough foreplay. Buzz.
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Hey, Steve Martin predicting the future there with that stand-up.
Yeah, because nowadays, if I have my keys left in the truck, it'll honk at me. It'll honk 3 times.
Yeah.
Honk, honk, honk. Hey, jackass, you left the keys in here. Or if the truck's running and I walk away from it with the keys in my pocket, bop, 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 bop. Hey, jackass, the engine's still running. I'll be right back. Sometimes you want to keep the AC on. You know what I mean? On a hot day, hot August North County day. Coming up, dumbass of the day. A guy tried to steal a self-driving car from Waymo. Things went really bad. All the details are coming up next.
Dumbass of the day.
All right, so I haven't seen one of these yet. I'm guessing these are only in bigger cities, these Waymo self-driving taxis. Waymo, sorry.
Yeah.
So Waymo has got a bunch of taxis and they're self-driving cars. All right, this happened in Los Angeles, of course. Guy gets out.
See, I thought for sure it was going to be San Francisco, but that's fine.
No,
Because they're pretty prevalent in San Francisco. But I didn't even know they were in Los Angeles.
The 33-year-old guy is facing attempted grand theft auto after trying to steal this self-driving taxi in downtown L.A. This happened last Saturday night. He just saw the taxi sitting there, and nobody was in it. So he was like, all right, I'm going to steal this car. So he jumps in the car. And,
must have been running, right?
And I don't know if it was running or not because they don't go into details, but I'm guessing it was. Maybe it was electric, maybe it wasn't. I have no idea. But he gets in the car. He starts messing with the steering wheel, trying to drive off. And yeah, it must have been running, right? And this voice comes over the speakers in the car and says, "Sir, what are you doing? This is a Waymo self-driving taxi. You need to get in the back seat." He's like, not answering. So they realize that he's trying to steal the car. So they call 911. The operator does. And then they lock the doors so he can't get out.
Oh, I was wondering why they didn't just drive him to the police department.
Right? Great idea.
Here's the guy.
They lock the cars. He's banging. He can't get out. He's.
I mean, all the police has been defunded down to the point where they don't have any staff. They'd love it if you do their job for them.
Yeah, just bring them right here. Next time. So, anyways, they show up. They are on the phone with the Waymo operator, who then unlocks the door, and then the guy gets arrested.
Love it.
Yeah, next time, just drive him right to the police. Oh, no! Oh, no!
And I want a camera in every one of these that tries to get stolen because I want to see his reaction as they're pulling up to the police station. And he has no control over it whatsoever.
There's got to be cameras in these cars. This looks like I can't tell what kind of car it is, to be honest with you. Is it a Lexus? No. Kind of looks like it's not a Tesla either. So it's probably an electric car. They had to have a camera in there. Hopefully we'll see that video. And hopefully we'll eventually get a name because this guy, come on, you're a celebrity.
Yeah,
now.
they would have had to have a camera in there because they had to talk to him, right? They had to have that conversation where, like, okay, what are you doing in here? They had to get visual on him.
Apparently, the operator can come right over the speakers in the car, like the stereo speakers, and talk to whoever's
video, Waymo.
Whoever's writing that. So, yeah, you're the first guy that tried to steal a self-driving car, you moron. You're Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day.
It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ. Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.